All right. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys in a moment.
You see my window myself? I opened it so you can like see my room.
Okay, good. Looks nice and bright in there.
I don't care.
All right.
So
okay, so I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Where we have view. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is world history class, in case you didn't know. With me, Miss Solup. Can someone read this quote for me?
I'm on the wrong one?
Yeah, I think you're in the wrong one, sweetie.
All right.
Liana, can you read this for me?
Yeah. The more you know about the past, the better prepared you are for the future.
Perfect. Let's talk about this real quick. What do you think this
I'm
means?
still in the wrong one?
Yep, this is not the right one for you.
Oh, because I'm clicking Behringer and it's not working.
All right, here, let me, here, sorry guys.
Sorry.
It's okay, honey. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Here, Adrian, I'm gonna send you the link, all right?
All right. Thank you.
I'm just gonna put it in the chat. Okay, did you get that? Okay, good. Good, great, perfect. All right. I'm gonna continue sharing my screen with you. Where was it that we just were? Here we are. Okay, so Liana just read us that quote. Jada, what do you think that means? Sorry, you were muted. I'm gonna unmute you. All right, Jada, what do you think that means?
What was the question?
So we have this quote that says, "The more you know about the past, the better prepared you are for the future."
I think it means like if you like basically what I said, if you know your past, you'll become better.
You'll become better. Okay. Nash, anything to add on to that? What do you think about this quote? The more you know about the past, the better prepared you are for the future. What do you think it means?
To not think about the past and yeah, I don't know.
It's actually kind of the opposite. So it means the more that you think about the past, right, the more that you'll know, right, and the better you'll be for the future, right? And so this pertains to history because history is learning about the past, right? And so if we learn about the past, and the more that we know about it, right, we'll be able to, be more prepared for the future. All right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense? All right, cool. So I'm going to go over our agenda for the day. First thing is doing a check-in. So we'll do our individual check-ins like we did the other day. Then we're going to take out our early Bronze Age packet. We're going to review this packet. If we have time at the end, we'll go over some colonialism stuff, and then we will look at our homework. All right. So I'm going to keep that up for now. Let's do some check-ins. All right. Eileen, I'm going to go with you first. How are you doing, sweetie?
Good.
That's good. Do you have any questions, comments so far
No.
about what we're doing? Okay, cool. I'm going to remute you. Liana, how are you doing so far?
Good.
Good. You got any questions, comments so far about what we've been working on or kind of like the situation as a whole?
That was hard. I'm just tired.
You're just tired. Okay. Nash, how are you doing?
And I'm also tired.
You good and you're also tired? All right, cool. I'm going to remute you. All right, Vic, we're checking in. So how are you doing, bud? Vic, can you hear me? Victor? Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, bud? All right. I don't think Victor can.
You're all set, right? Right.
Hey, Zayden.
Alright. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to be with you shortly for just a minute.
Okay,
If that's alright.
that's all right. All right, Jada, how are you doing?
I'm doing good and I'm tired.
Doing good and you're tired. Okay. And I don't think Victor can hear me. Vic, can you hear me? Can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Victor? No, he can't hear me. All right, well, that is a problem for another time. All right. So first we're going to take out our early Bronze Age packets. So I'm going to share, where is it? Oh, it's still on the screen. Never mind. You guys can still see my screen, right? Just give me a thumbs up. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So let's go to our early Bronze Age, which should look like this. Early Bronze Age and the rise of the Indus Valley. Now, this is something that we did review, we talked about in class, and so you might have already had this completed, but I wanted to go over it. Oh, where'd Victor go? Bless you. All right, so can everyone just give me a thumbs up once you all have this out? Thank you, Eileen. Thank you, Liana. Thank you, Jada. Thank you, Zayden. All right. And everyone can see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up. Everyone can see my screen? Perfect, 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 perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Jada. All right, cool, cool, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read this together. We're gonna answer some of the comprehension questions. When we finish this, we'll go on to our colonialism, which we have been reading for before we left school. We had been reading that one. But this is about the Bronze Age, so we're gonna focus on that. Would anybody like to read? Zayden. All right. I'm gonna unmute you. Just give it a second because it is not quite there yet. Hold on, we can't quite hear you yet, bud. Still working on it.
All
right, there we go.
I know I probably put it with it.
All right. So let's be tracking on our papers as we're following along. Okay, and you can start us off, say.
And I think it would be helpful if I could read a little bit like a little bit slow for everybody to catch up.
Yeah, and make sure you read just loud so that everyone can hear.
Oh no, but not too loud.
Not too loud, right?
All right. And this is the important title. Every Bronze Age and the Rise of the Indus Valley. So, how exactly does the Bronze Age begin? There are two notable shifts that define this transition.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's a little too thick. There are two notable shifts that define this.
It's practically all right.
Yep, so you just want to make sure that's underlined.
All right.
All right, you can keep going, Zay.
All right. First is the development of. Oh, here we go. Metallurgy. Is it fast pronounced?
Metallurgy.
Metallurgy. And specifically, the ability to work bronze.
So bronze is a type of metal. So why do you guys think that it would be important for them to be able to work with different types of metal during this period? Sorry, Leon, you said something, but you're muted. So can you repeat what you said? Why is it important for them to work with different types of metal? What are some things you can make out of metal?
You can make a horseshoe.
Make a horseshoe? You can make maybe different tools, right, to use?
Yeah.
A statue?
A statue? Exactly. You can make art, right? You can make weapons, right? There's a lot of things you can make out of bronze. So this is important in here. I'm going to remute you guys. I'm going to make a little note in the text just on the side, just saying the development of, and I'll move this around so that you can see it. And why can't I move this the way I want it to? Okay, so development of bronze is important because they could now make weapons and art, right? Like statues. Can everyone see that? Give me a quick thumbs up if you can see that. Good, 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 good. Awesome. So let's get that written down just in the margin. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm. All right, back to the mouse. Stop messing everything up. Are we all writing this down? We got it down? Zayden, you writing this down? Jada, is this big enough for you? Can you see everything? Jada,
It was a little too small.
a little too small? Okay. Select on that. Oh. Is that better? Is that better?
It's better.
It's better. Okay, good. All right. So while you get that down, Zayden, do you want to continue reading? Oh, sorry, you're muted. Kind of hard to read when you're unmute, right?
It's all right. It's
Okay.
unmuted.
All right, you want to start
Yeah.
us off? So we're right here. Can everyone find that place that says second?
So, second is urbanization and the creation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just messing around a little bit. Keep going.
It's okay. All right. I also do have my app packet with me, so I think it should be a little bit easier to follow.
Okay. So second is the
Urbanization and the creation of cities with more complex social and political structures.
okay, good. You can keep going from there.
All right. Let's see. Some of the earliest evidence of both these in the Indian subcontinent occurred at Kotdiji,
Cote DG.
Kotdiji, a site in modern day Pakistan.
Yep. So you might want to underline or highlight Cote DG, right, which is a site in modern day Pakistan. And I'm just changing up the colors so you know that like what goes with what thing. So in Cote DG, right, now it says here, around 3300 BCE, we see bronze being used for jewelry and early signs of urbanization. Right, and so Jada had said one of the things is that they used bronze to do is to make art, right, and they also used bronze to make jewelry. All right, Liana, do you want to read the second paragraph?
Yeah.
Okay.
What attach it? What
Attracted?
attach people to this site was like it.
Its proximity
Proximity of the Indian River.
to the Indus River. So
Oh,
so what it's saying there is that it's close, right?
these words are hard. Sorry, but they're really hard for me.
That's okay. So basically what it's saying here is that Cote Doji is close to the Indus River.
Are you just covering the words? That's what you're doing?
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to
Oh.
I'm trying to make sure you guys can all see it.
Mr. Manager's thing was so hard yesterday. Like, all the information he said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I don't know what he was saying.
Okay. All right, Leon, you want to keep reading or you want me to take over?
You can take over.
Okay. This is a trend around the world. As ancient people first started urbanizing, they often did so in fertile river valleys that had lots of access to fresh water, good land for farming, and other resources. Right? So people wanted to live here because one, it was fertile. And
Fertile means like offspring or something.
so fertile has a few different meanings. So it can mean, sorry, I'm messing up over here. So fertile can, like you said, Leona, fertile can mean offspring. But what it also can mean is that there's, when we're talking about it in terms of like growing stuff, it means the soil there is good to grow things in. So lots of things could grow. That's one. Lots of things could grow, right? There's access to fresh water. People need water in order to live. There's good land for farming, right? And lots of other resources. So people wanted to be at this site called Katdoji. It wasn't long before the trends at Katdoji expanded along the Indus River and the subcontinent's first major civilizations emerged.
Is this
Right.
subcontinent like in Asia or something? Or
Mhm.
Africa?
So we talk, one of our vocab words was the Indian subcontinent, right? And that basically means that India is very big, right? It's not its own continent, but it is almost like a continent because of its size, right? So we call that a subcontinent because it's a large landmass within a continent.
Got it.
Great. So it wasn't long before trends started at Katdoji, expanded along the Indus River, and the subcontinent's first major civilizations emerged. All right. So guys, give me a quick thumbs up if you have all those annotations down. Cool, cool, cool. Zayden, I don't see your thumb.
Can I answer the
Where's
first
Victor?
question?
Victor joined us?
I don't know what happened to Victor.
He
Zayden,
was
do you have all
joining
these?
us.
Hold
He was-
on. Zayden, do you have access to? Did you get all these annotations down? Are you still getting them down, Zayden?
I might have to get my
What? I'm sorry. Can you speak up, honey?
Yeah. I might have to get my pencil to underline.
Okay, you're still underlining? Okay, no problem. Jada.
Huh?
Sorry, your hand is raised.
Oh, can I answer the first two questions?
Of course, hon. So now we're moving down to the questions. So I'm gonna have to move down on my screen. So that's gonna unfortunately mess that up. So I'll move back up for now. All right, so our first question is, what development and ability led to the beginning of the Bronze Age? Jada, what did you say?
I said the development of metallurgy and the ability to work bronze.
All right, very good. So I'm gonna write this in purple, just so you know. So the development of metallurgy. Now, can we expand on this a little bit? Why would this development in this ability be beneficial? Why would it lead to the beginning of the Bronze Age?
Huh?
So why specifically, why is the ability, the development of metallurgy and the ability to work bronze, why is that important?
Because they can make statues and art.
Okay, so you could start to make different things, right? So I want us to add this is important because the people of the civilization were able to make things such as weapons and art, right? Oh, sorry, this kind of got messed up. So I'm just gonna clear the annotations. All right, and Jude, I said you could answer this one too. So what is the second notable shift?
The second question.
Yeah.
I said urbanization and the creation of cities.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna hop over to Zayden to tell us why that's important. Zayden, why was this important? Then do you know why the development of cities, like why would that be important for a society?
The,
It should be creation. Sorry, I'm just reading. Yeah, Zay, just what do you think? It doesn't matter whether it's like right or wrong.
I think the development for the creation of the or I think more important.
Mm-hmm. So why is it important to have cities?
Um, like or like have access to like have access to um have access to fresh water, good, good land, finding the resources or I think basic necessities as
Okay.
well.
Good land for farming and other resources. Right, and so when we start to see the development of cities, right, that is what like people start living together in bigger, in bigger places. They like this is how like expansion happens, and people are sharing resources. People are now, not everyone has to have a farm. One person can have a big farm, and they can feed a lot of people. Right. All right. So this about brings us to the end of our history class today. Leon, I saw you have your hand up.
Is like I have an example of what the city.
Okay, sure. Give
Um,
me your example.
there's a park around me. I mean, I live like around like the YMCA because that's a building that people go exercise in.
Okay, exactly. So we also see some like when things become or urbanized, we see some like amenities and facilities that are for people to go and to exercise and to go have fun. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end this meeting, and then we'll start our next meeting for ELA class. I'll give you guys a minute to kind of you know,
Talk about Julius Caesar's.
we're going to talk about Julius Caesar. All right. So I'm going to end this meeting and then you guys can rejoin. All right.
Yep.